want you to know that if you're ever feeling down or depressed, and you just feel like everything's wrong with your life and you want it to stop, just know that there are people there for you, whether you're aware of it or not. It's a really hard time for you. I promise you. It just takes time and a little bit of effort. I know you won't believe me at first, but you just have to have a little bit of faith and a little bit of hope. If you're listening to this, just know that I believe in you. You can do it.
Hello, guys. The stream was started by my dog. Hopefully, she won't bark anymore. I'm here with Prolaze,
Hey
and we
guys.
are here for the quarterfinal game AS versus PLA5. Should be a really nice stream. I've been waiting
Yeah.
for this game for such a long time, even though the polls will clearly tell you that. Oh my god, what's this? Wait, there is something, yeah, awkward, yeah. So the polls will clearly tell you that PLA5 PLA5 is leading by 82% votes,
Oof.
but I don't trust this vote, man. I think the only reason people are so biased towards PLA5 is because when they saw PLA5 beat AZ2 so brutally, they must have thought that AS doesn't stand a chance. But Cage and Sermon, these guys are no jokes. These guys,
Okay,
these guys are on
dude.
the same level as any top 5 Rise of Nation
Yeah.
standard players.
For me personally, I always fanboy Cage, so I'm really excited. I know that Cage can kill either Linky or Red Bull for sure. If yeah, and like you said, anyone can kill anyone here. But yeah, I'm kind of excited to look how Cage is gonna play, because I don't know, man. He seems to be very versatile.
And
But
Sermon on the other side, even though Sermon, I won't call Sermon versatile, he's got a booming playstyle. But if his opponents allow him to boom, then there is nobody who can beat him. He can easily take on a 2 versus 1 if he has boomed enough.
And I think we're gonna see at least one game with the following scenario. I think Cage will kill his side fast, while Sermon is just gonna be just good enough to keep his opponent busy or something like that. I'd expect something like that to go down.
Oh yeah.
In
For
this
some
best of
reason,
five.
I've got a weird image on showing up on my overlays, but anyway. So we got AS versus PLA5. AS has Cage and Sermon. PLA5 has Red Bull and Linky. There's no need for introducing these people. Everybody knows these people. So I think we can cut to the chase and directly start the game right after
Let's hit it.
we check out the another weird thing showing up on stream. Okay. Right after we check out the Super 16. Whoa, where's the Super 16, guys? What happened to this? Yep, here it's Super 16. So what happened in the last episode of King of Sahara? Well, Ind lost against Lat 1 with a 2-3. It's a very interesting game. If you guys have not watched this, please go. EL1 beat PLA1 with a 3-0, contrary to the expectation of everybody. I think this whole quarterfinal so far has been unexpected, because I know a lot of people who were thinking that Ind would win against Lat 1. Then people were also expecting PLA1 to score at least 2 points against EL1, but none of that happened. So it's been going unexpected so far, and PLA5 and AS, if it follows suit, then we might see AS beating PLA5 or at least scoring a 2-3 against them.
Yeah, this would be exciting.
Okay, so I'm ready for the first game. Here
So
we
am
go.
I.
Ooh, so here is our first game. It's Sermon and Cage from AS versus Linky and Red Bull. Red Bull is not wearing the PLA tags, for which we can fine him later. We'll charge him $50 per game.
Yeah. That's a good idea.
That's a very good idea. And here we got Sermon as Nubians. I can see him with 2 rare resources already. Come on, man, that's nice. He got Furs and Citrus. Citrus could be a shitty rare, but for Nubians to have in such, Citrus is not bad at all.
Yeah.
Also, he got Bison in his back, man. This so I know if I was Sermon, I would be thinking of a modern age game with all those rares, no doubt about it. Fred Cage here has got Buntu. And Cage just mentioned in the chat that he did Mill by mistake. Well, with Buntu, it's not the worst option, but I think Linky just found him. Linky Scout just found that, so that's unlucky for him. Linky is Romans here. So actually, Romans don't get the free heavy infantry in Ancient Age. So even if he builds a barracks, that's at 120 wood wastage, and he won't get anything for free. So Linky is still trying to build a city as soon as possible so that he doesn't get raided, but I don't think he's going to get stopped. Linky is well within time. As I mentioned in my tutorial, you need to have your city click started before 1 minute, and Linky did have that. So all good here. Romans, and what the other side? Well, Americans for Red Bull. Prolaze, what do you think about Americans versus Nubians?
Well, Americans is a nation that, in my opinion, it can be used very proactively, just because, you know, having army is so beneficial for you. You basically get free income for having a large army, and once you have a large army, you have more resources, then you make more army, and you know, if you played your cards right, you can have like a positive feedback loop, if let's call it that, with Americans, where you just stack up.
That's right, man.
I think in this game scenario, probably Red Bull is gonna want to pressure Sermon. I mean, Red Bull wants to pressure Sermon anyway. I don't think the nation matters here, because the player style of Sermon is obviously a boom play style. Everybody knows that by now, and does Red Bull. But especially with, you know, that if you combine that with the fact that Sermon is Nubians, then yeah, I hope Red Bull will have some nice raids, or maybe even potentially just a fast kill.
Oh yeah, and Red Bull did a newbie mistake. Look at that. He got Woodcutter Camp of +4 where he could have got a +5.
Yeah, for sure there was a +5.
I am sure Red Bull is super excited when he saw Wool. Based on all the games I've played with him, I think he has got some really great love for Wool. The moment he sees Wool, he runs for Wool probably faster than Diamonds.
Oh, that's kind of funny.
And he sent his merchant. He is expecting that it will deploy by itself, but this is a very unmotivated merchant here. He's not going to deploy unless pushed.
Yo, dude. Meanwhile, let's check out if Cage's raid is doing him any good. Um, Cage is there in the back. It's basically just micro play right now. It's garrisoning and garrisoning, and Cage has to constantly click, on attack so that his hoplites are used effectively. And yeah, meanwhile, Linky was able to build his barracks, and there was maybe he should have sent one hoplite to the first city because it's pretty obvious.
Yeah, no, I think Cage is not even trying to stop the barrack from going up, because it's inevitable that the barrack will go up. You just want to do as much damage meanwhile, but Cage is not stopping. He's continuously sending more units. He's got a light infantry here. He's managed to save his hoplite, and he's also raiding this woodcutter camp at the back. I wonder if he'll survive that one. He sent his bowman to Red Bull.
Nice.
Oh man, actually, he lost that heavy infantry. Yeah.
That's sad, but actually, if you look at the result of this, I saw that Linky, he for a second there he went for classical age without even clicking on commerce, and it's kind of ironic that Cage, being the one attacking, he has a better eco at the moment.
Oh, but remember that he, being Romans, he got the free military, so he of course has a better start. But still, Cage not well. Yeah, Cage is far behind.
Cage actually has the better eco.
Yeah, but Cage is still far behind. He's not going to age for another 30 seconds at least. Good thing for so I know how Linky is going to play this. This is his build order for Romans always. He will not attack early. He'll try to go to gunpowder as soon as possible. He'll probably age medieval with science 3 and try to get 70 to 80 knowledge. That's what he always does. And I'm interested to see if he actually does this again. So far he's getting a stable, and a second military has been done by him. He's not going to do any damage to the first city because there is no economic building on the first city. The second city still only has 2 units. But check this out, man. Cage is using his archers to find out any raidable spot. Especially he's going for rare resources right now. On the other side, Red Bull is playing it safe. He got Despot and Commerce too. Sermon, as I expected from him, has got us amazing eco. He even covered first, which is a great move here. And if he gets his third city soon, then he can also cover this salt. Salt for Bantu is nothing short of a dream come true, because their units are super fast, and if they can make a lot of units, then that's the best case thing happening. Hey, meanwhile, Bybrak, welcome to the stream. Yes, this is a standard game, not Nomad.
Yeah, it's kind of sad for Sermon that he doesn't have any gold rares. Nice pick on die, or oh no, never mind. That's Cage's archers there.
Oh, check that out. Cage, I don't know. He just got lucky and he killed that heavy infantry horse archer. That's amazing.
Actually a big setback.
Yeah, that's amazing, because Linky. I think Linky had he sacrificed a lot to get that military to get that stable and get that horse archer, and if it didn't work, he's still sending a cataphract, but that was like half of his efforts have gone to waste. Right now he has put scholars to infinite queue on the university, but he doesn't have enough wealth.
Look at that the city that Sermon is trying to build. He has enough villagers, man, but
yeah, he can easily get it. He can easily get it. He's got the senator. He should be able to bribe something.
Yeah, once he bribes, probably go for the hoplites or some heavies.
Yeah, he got it. He's safe, man. He's more safe than he could be. Again, I would have loved to see him build towards Salt, because that would guarantee that Cage and Sermon would control the center completely.
Yeah, and actually that would be a more of a safe position, I feel like,
Yeah.
because of that mountain there.
And it's weird. Why is Sermon not using citrus? This is one time in a million when he can actually utilize citrus.
Yeah, he should. He should.
So Sermon has got a knowledge income of 45 versus 25 for Red Bull, then 20 for Linky versus 40. So while I told you that I know Linky's build order, I don't think he's following that right now because he does not have enough wealth. With a 20 knowledge income, he's never going to reach there.
Yeah, he's actually massing up army,
Mm-hmm.
getting some hoplites, and yeah, once you upgrade them for Romans, those heavy infantry for the Romans are very powerful. So you definitely can do a lot of damage with that. Stable for Cage is only going up right now, so naturally.
Dude, check this out. Check this raid out from Red Bull.
Oh yeah, well, I hope this will work out.
Oh yeah, it should work out. I feel he's got the army. He's also aging. He's got a decent ego, so it shouldn't be a problem. That all of that did affect Sermon's. Yeah, it affected Sermon's ego.
By the way, for a second, did you enable a VSync?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, let me go and do that.
Yeah, thanks.
Alright, continuing.
Right. Perfect.
So that Cataphract actually tanked a lot of attack there.
Oh, the death spots for Red Bull are getting sniped.
Yeah,
that's actually a big setback, man. He can't march out now.
Mm-hmm.
His army is very immobile. You know, those heavies are very. So I hope he can just save the bulk of his army.
Yeah.
Sermon can just build some archers, and he has a counter to Red Bull.
Oh yeah, and Red Bull is trying to run away from the other side. I really hope the Sermon will catch him on his way, because
yeah, Sermon is really going for.
In fact, check it out. Cage. I don't know if Cage is aware of that or not. What's Cage doing? But Cage's archers are also there.
Yeah.
Oh my god! And check this out. Linky is here with his army. Now that could be horrible for.
Okay, this does look dangerous. Like where Red Bull didn't look as dangerous, this does look very dangerous.
Cage might lose his despot. He is. Oh man, that was tough. That was really tough. Now he's got his despot in. He's got his despot in the ambush mode, so he can save a lot of units there if he wants to.
Yeah, and a lot of this comes down to micro. Basically, the players have units, and how they use them is totally up to them.
Yeah, and Cage should move his despot towards the villagers so that they get the ambush, but he's not doing that. On the other side, I think
militia.
On the other side, Red Bull did survive that outcome. He managed to run away with all of his units, at least for now. And there are almost dead units here from Linky, and if Cage can manage to kill those, that'll be amazing. That will completely undo the whole plan for Cage. I mean for Linky, because he was expecting to save these units.
That tower.
And that tower is also. Oh, the tower is shooting the heavy cataphract. It will get that. And it should get another unit.
One more maybe.
Oh man, look at that! 4 heavy infantry just survived that attack.
That's lucky, dude.
That's really lucky.
Well, kind of lucky, yeah.
On this side, Cage did suffer from that attack.
He actually did, man. He's forgetting some citizens in the capital garrison, but man, really, how did he damage Cage's eco so hard? I'm talking about Linky. I didn't really see anything.
I think he ambushed and came to the city of Manekweni.
Yeah, he did. I saw that, but like, it seemed like he was just
because he interrupted the caravan route, and Romans already get too much wealth due to their cities producing wealth, and by reducing the Bantu's wealth, he didn't make it easier for him to outboom the Bantu player. Right now he still doesn't have as much knowledge as I thought he would, so 50-40 for him versus Red Bull has 40 and Sermon has got 70. Sermon has a really nice eco, in fact, and I feel Sermon should be able to kill this army. Oh, nice! Really nice ambush by Sermon. You hardly ever see an ambush coming into your own territory, but Sermon just showed you how to do this. And Red Bull is actually coming for an attack. Look at that! He's got a huge army behind him.
It's kind of interesting
Dude,
that
that's a huge army. That's a huge army. That Red Bull is not playing. He wants to kill as soon as possible. I think he wants to show that these guys have got the game. There is no need to worry.
Actually, Mundas is the perfect. He doesn't have a tower. He doesn't have castle. There's,
but it's just far away. That's the only problem with Mundas. Else, it's a great target.
And also, it's funny that Mandas is a city that has all the production buildings for Sermon, not Yaha.
Yeah.
So that will actually also be in favor of Sermon.
And this is one thing that I particularly like about the team play of Red Bull and Linky. Both of them are going on an offense. It's not like one of them is going on an offense, other one is booming, leaving the first player to get doubled. These guys have a great chemistry here. On the other side, Linky is also attacking Cage so that he cannot come and help. This is just great.
So
Sermon on this side does not have a lot of units, man. Sermon does not have a lot of units. If he survives this attack, I am positive that he will win because he's got a better economy, he's got a better knowledge income for sure.
Red Bull's problem, man, is what is he doing with that one siege,
Oh yeah, you're right. That's the problem. That is the problem. What's he doing with the one?
It's giving Sermon the time to use his economy that he built up so far and really get some units. And now he's even building more granaries. Look at Sermon. He doesn't really feel threatened.
I think Sermon is like, screw that. I'll just continue booming.
Gotta play my own.
On the other side, I see Linky has not got the extra military that I would expect from the Roman player. But in any case, he does not. I think his army is not as big or actually similar to Cage's army. So these guys are about even. But Red Bull here has got a huge army. Definitely a really huge army on this side.
Yeah, and even more incoming. Yeah, he's constantly.
And Sermon could be in danger. He could really be in danger. He has got the higher score, and I think he's also planning for aging right now. Red Bull could be aging too, but he needs more time. So if Sermon ages right now, he still doesn't have enough army to repel Red Bull.
Yeah, and even the age.
And you see, Red Bull is right at the trading route, so Sermon has to garrison 2 of his caravans inside.
Yeah, nice positioning there.
Seriously, man, what's Red Bull doing? He could finish this game right now with even if he had 2 sieges. That's all I'm asking for.
Maybe he has enough army to just take Mandas by force,
Oh yeah, and check this out here on this side. Cage with a great eco, Linky with a great eco, and he is pop capped at 74 right now. Yeah, this does not look good for the AS team.
Well, I think, wow.
This
but
does
the
not
problem
look
is,
good. And
man,
the thing is,
those legions.
Linky does not even have the armor. He is still dominating so heavily.
Yeah, I think it's purely because of those legions. They are like armor at the same time for all your other units.
And I would clearly blame Cage on one thing that he did not get.
Oh, the city one down.
Cage did not get. He did not raid Linky at all after that attack.
Yeah, no, and Cage didn't raid overall, in my opinion. Only in the beginning with those couple units.
You're right. Linky is still raiding. He is coming with a horse archer on this side. Now finally Red Bull just thought that, oh, I also need sieges. Not Linky, on this side, Sermon is just leaving his whole. He's leaving everything to go and save.
It's over.
Save Cage, but no, I don't think it's going to work. Sermon is actually in a good position. I don't know if he will beat. No, I don't think he can beat.
Sermon wouldn't beat. No.
No, he would not beat.
Red Bull is aging, and once he upgrades the army,
the fall is super huge army.
I mean, even if Sermon attacks now, I mean, he doesn't have any gunpowder units. Why is he falling back? Why is Red Bull? Why are you falling
Oh,
back?
Red Bull thinks that Thurman probably has a huge army right now, which he does not.
Come on.
So he took out 2 of the trebuchet, which is great.
That's great ROE, man.
Yep, that is great.
Return on investment.
That's really great. On the other side, Linky is clearly going to win here. Well, Romans, I don't blame Cage. Romans are too good, and unless you raid them really hard, I don't think the Bantu can win against them. Bantu is not the best nation in this game.
Well, I also feel like Cage could have played it better. But yeah, let's talk about that at the end.
Yeah, that's right. Cage could have raided a little bit more, but anyway, whatever's done is done. Oh, I also these guys, the PLA team does not know about Pappy in the right corner. They just missed it.
Oh yeah. Well, doesn't seem to hurt them.
This really is a.
It stresses me that Red Bull is so slow. Doesn't it stress you as well?
Yeah, Red Bull could have finished the game a long time ago. He just came with a single siege. I think initially he came to raid and then he decided, oh, let's kill.
I mean, overall he probably lost like 5 sieges if you count everything up.
And he's got a lot of units here, a lot of units. The only way I see Sermon beating Red Bull right now is if he spams spies, because Red Bull clearly forgot about scouts. He does not have a scout in his army.
Two spies is quite alright.
Oh, he has to. Okay, he has to. Nah, still he won't. He needs to bribe cavalry there.
Yeah, sure. If you have 2 heavies, that can really help you out, man.
On this side, yeah, Linky will beat Cage. Cage is in no condition to, like, he's nowhere near aging. Cage is just buying time for Sermon, or Sermon is Sermon may not survive this either.
Yeah, Cage really is dead. I see that. His eco, his gold, it's just a joke right now.
Oh man, that does suck. The city has been taken by Linky. There are two keeps here. Let me see. Cage is trying his best actually. He is still raising. He's raising his capital, and Sermon, as I would expect from Sermon, amazing eco here. The only problem being that he still cannot outproduce Red Bull. Red Bull is capping at 200. Oh, that was sudden.
And also, yeah. Oh, sudden GG.
Yeah, and both Sermon and Cage did get a lot more ruins than everybody else. Sermon did really good with food and timber. It looks like he was doing amazing at eco-wise. But I did not see any raids from Sermon and Cage, like heavy raids. None of them. Linky and Red Bull, both of them raided really heavy on their sides, and they eventually won the games.
Yeah. Also something worth mentioning, I think, at the end there, Red Bull went for an extra mill. For an extra mill 4, so, and he was already capped at 100, so basically Red Bull was really going for the kill, you know. There was no option B. Like he was gonna kill right here, right now, because he probably would add some more units, you know, to really make sure he will win this engagement. And that would be that.
That was amazing, man. That was just how I would expect American Roman players to play. Red Bull, Linky they showed awesome teamwork here. Let's go to the second game now.
Yeah.
Hey Gen Z, what do you mean by a team VSync? Yeah, hey Cage in the chat.
Yep, I'm here. By the way, HNZ, the thing I was talking about, the VSync, basically if we both start to replay at the same time, after a while it starts desynchronizing, and with VSync enabled, we reduce that desynchronization. So that's that.
Oh yeah, that's right. The VSync caps your FPS to 60, so both of our replays work at the same rate.
Kind of.
We got the score 1-0 leading. PLA5 is leading. And you ready for the second game?
Yeah, man. Hell yeah.
Okay. So here's our second game. 3, 2, 1. Nice nations, both sides. Iroquois for Red Bull, who went completely random. Linky this time, I don't know what Linky went for, but he got Turks. Last time he was Romans. Yeah, last time he was Romans. This time he's Turks. This should be epic. As you guys might have seen in the KOS game so far, Turks make up for a really good ally. If you have Turks in your team, the chances that you will win, they are almost really high. So for Linky, Turks here, Iroquois is going to be a great ally for the Turk player, since they are also aggressive and they can paralyze both the opponents with their raids initially. I just saw Red Bull say that he will raid both of them. A really smart move. On the other side, Sermon, Indians, well, Sermon getting Indians is good for him. He is already a great boomer and Indians will just help him. What sucks here is Cage. Oh man, he's stuck with Maya against Turks.
I haven't seen that one for a while.
Yeah, I want to see the expression on his face when he finds out that he's against Linky with Turks this time. Not that Maya cannot beat Turks. I think any nation can beat Turks as long as they keep the Turk player grounded. You cannot let the Turk player be in power. If he is the one is in a stronger position, then that's when you have lost the game.
Yeah, because if he has a stronger position, that means that he can freely use his sieges. And even if he doesn't take down your city, he can just freely destroy every single building around that city, and it's still a bad situation.
That's right. Never let Turks gain the upper hand. That's how you beat Turks. Because Turks,
you know what?
Apart from that, they just got cheaper villagers and cheaper military. That's not really good. That's okay. Oh man, I hope this is not GG already. This is horrible. Sermon City just got interrupted by Red Bull here, and it's 2-minute time point, so I will blame Sermon for this one. He must have started his city late, and you know, whenever this happens, it usually ends up in the loss of the player.
So come again with the ideal timing.
So you want to put down your city at 1 minute or before 1 minute,
way, probably,
and you finish about 140.
If your opponent went mill 1, probably he won't reach it in time.
That's right.
Okay, makes sense.
HNZ said that you look like you're naked with that shirt.
Oh, you're just a dirty mind.
I always knew something's wrong with.
Yeah, just admit it. It's fine.
On the other side, Linky, well, let me check the ruins. Sermon has got the most ruins, so I'm not losing hope for him. That's 200 extra ruins than Red Bull. And he did get his barracks in time, and he's got.
That's actually decently fast.
Yeah, he's got his. I think it's not too late. He can still win this. I mean, I'm not saying win this. He's still in the game. At least that's for sure.
I hope Red Bull doesn't lose his HI, because that would be sad.
That would be sad and great. The city is going to be completed. Amazing, and I hope that Sermon at least kills one of those heavy infantries. Please do. A little late. Those archers should have come out early. Now Red Bull is going. It probably will go and harass the Mayan player there. Hey, Dazzles in the chat. Oh, by the way, Sermon also got Salt here. He's got Amber here. I think Amber is an underappreciated rare. it really helps you with those. After commerce too, you can buy, sell, and that's a great thing to do. He also got diamonds here. Let me see if Red Bull knows about diamonds. No, Red Bull does not know about diamonds yet, at least.
Well, you know, let's talk rares for a sec. I will say the following. I think overall, PLA has the better rares. Like not
Okay, let's check
like
check
both
their
have
rares
good
out.
rares, but overall, I think the rare set in terms of the way the rares work together and all that
Mm-hmm.
are better for PLA.
Well,
Why? For Linky,
Red
for
Bull hasn't
Linky at
found the
least.
gems here, but
Nah? Oh, that's sad.
gems and dye, both of them great rares. In fact, they're really complementary rares. He's also got his favorite rare bull.
And for Linky, he has a lot of complementary rares, as you said.
Oh, nice.
Silver,
Silver silk
relics.
relics.
He has cotton, hasn't found out, but silk. I mean silk. Yeah, and spice there. So really, even though he's Turks, he has a really nice base, economy-wise and all that.
Oh yeah, Linky has aged. I did not see who aged first, but so far, let's see. It looks like Cage is going for at least for now, a booming build. He has not built. He's not even got his military research. He's just going for um he's just going for Senate. Now this is something that everybody has pointed out these things many times. Especially against Turks, you want to always scout their opponent and make sure that the Turk player is not coming for a militia rush.
Also, look at for a second the corner for Sermon. With just a slinger, he might kill an archer there, and he actually denied some rare control there.
That's right. He
That's
killed the archer.
actually very annoying. Yeah, this is actually big, man. One stupid slinger did a lot of damage, man. Considering
It did, and there's another set of bowmen coming. I wonder if these bowmen, yeah, they could kill, but then
maybe.
Whoa! No, Red Bull is just too lucky this game. You remember he survived with he ran away with that like 10 HP heavy infantry last game.
I think that was Linky.
Oh no, I mean just now in the class.
Oh yeah,
in the ancient
earlier,
days he ran away with that, and
also, yes.
he again ran with this thing. Cage just mentioned here, scout for a siege, a really nice thing to tell your partner, because it's possible that Linky and Red Bull could be going for a double on this side. This is one reason why I say that Turks are great team players. You never know which side they're going to come from. Great scouting from the PLA5 team, and mostly due to the Iroquois player with 2 scouts. It's really hard to not scout your opponent completely. On this side, Linky is going for a booming approach as well. He's getting his Civic 3, and with this Civic 3 now he'll be closer to Cage.
But at the same time, he's doing some decent raids from the side there.
Oh,
I hope
he will get that. He will get that horse archer. Amazing. Nothing lost. In fact, only he just gained a horse archer. I can't believe Linky lost that, because Linky could have easily denied that bribe if he had just sent one heavy cavalry to assist.
The sad thing is that the heavy cavalry was in position, but he just moved it away on his. He decided to move the cat fracked away.
Oh yeah. On this side, well, let's see. Red Bull, not the best eco in the world, but he is coming for some raids. He will definitely come for Salt, and a super bad decision from Cage. His merchant is facing outwards instead of facing towards the market.
Yeah, a small detail like that can cost you the game.
Yeah, and Salt, he definitely needs Salt if he has to fight against Turks, and he is going to lose that Salt merchant right now. That sucks.
Also, interesting choice there.
No. I thought for one moment that bribe could work, but no, it won't work. Oh man, that really hurts. That really hurts Cage right now. Cage should have deployed that merchant manually. So far, he's doing fine. Nothing really bad, except that scouting. He has not scouted, and a nice raids from Red Bull. Check this out. Red Bull actually is coming with a whole raiding party. He even brought a scout, so you know what that means.
Man, he's gonna kill the merchants. He killed the archer. This is a beautiful operation,
And
man.
this scout is going to be hidden now. So the scout is hidden. It's going to stay there forever.
Free information.
Yep. Sermon in the chat says that he should have
Nice.
ambush. I am not sure if the ambush would work for the allies unit as well. I don't think you can ambush your allies unit.
And also the scout was here anyway.
Oh no, I don't. No, I don't.
Somewhere else?
Red Bull did not bring his scout. Oh, this is another thing. You know, Iroquois. I find Iroquois really hard to raid. In fact, I find them harder to raid than Mayans because their units are hidden. You never know where something's going to pop out from.
Yeah, you might just run into a wall.
Yeah.
You never know.
Sermon is doing all right. I do not like this tower. It could have been a little forward, but still. Hopefully he utilizes the salt as well, and hopefully Cage gets to utilize salt before it's too late. These guys have been playing too defensive this game. Too defensive this game so far. I don't see any raids from Cage yet. Sermon is going for this elephant raid, which could be really useful, especially because Red Bull is not ready here.
In my opinion, Cage is doing fine.
Oh man,
but...
see that's why I wanted the tower to be in front instead of the back, because Red Bull is not. He just got that merchant again.
Did he kill Cage's merchant or?
Yeah, he could kill Servant's merchant. He killed Servant, but that tower could have been in a better place overall. Oh, and Red Bull knows about this. Red Bull knows that there is a whole. Oh no. Actually, Sermon also is not. Sermon is not a noob, man. He knows where to. He knows where a Red Bull scout was. He killed the scout probably, or at least forced it to run away. Because now Sermon has got a whole party of units there which are going to defend that diamonds.
Red Bull is sending a scout though again towards diamonds, so he will find out about that unit combination and possibly he can counter that.
Oh yeah, and Linky coming here with a nice raid.
Maybe I feel like Red Bull should just join.
Yep, that's it. You're right.
Linky right now, because Sermon, I don't want to say useless, but he kind of is, because I mean,
Sermon has made it clear this game that he is not going to be very offensive. Sermon will definitely go there to help Cage. There is no doubt about that. Cage better age before he loses the city.
Should be fine.
In fact, I feel Linky should be rushing towards the city. He should have got a 4 units.
Yep. Or at least should have scouted the vicinity there.
Oh yep.
Well,
Red Bull. Oh my God! Red Bull, instead of going to help Linky, he's using his whole army to attack that elephant. Come on, Red Bull, you're better than that.
That's kind of stupid. And
come on, Red Bull.
Also, that gives Sermon all the information he needs.
That's a really bad use. In fact, this would be a perfect time for Sermon and Cage to go and take on Linky's army. Linky has got a decent eco setup here. Oh my God! How does Cage have 150 wealth coming? That's epic.
I don't understand this game.
Oh no! Of course, these guys have got amber and diamonds, so that's great.
Man, that elephant is still running. Now it died.
That's as you would call it, really nice ROI over that.
But luckily for Team PLA, Sermon isn't doing much with his army either. If you look at what he's doing.
Dude, this could have the same outcome as the last game, because Cage does not have the army.
Cage does not have enough army at all.
Cage should sell some. Well, he should sell some or buy some wood, get another barracks. He's gonna need a lot of barracks right now. At least a tower. He's getting a lookout. Tower's also behind. Sermon needs to come right now. I don't see any communication. Well, Sermon and Cage, if you guys are in the chat, can you tell us if you were on voice or not? Because if you were not in voice, then we would assume that you were just not asking for help or something.
Freestyling it.
Yeah.
I really want Red Bull to go to Tikal right now, just because Sermon, he should get punished for his playstyle, I feel like. Because he's very passive, he's not waiting
Come
again.
on! Cage had his army not sufficiently close to the city.
Oh, well, I think he wouldn't have he didn't have enough army anyway, I think.
Oh man, that's and this is something that a lot of players need to keep in mind, that when you're trying to get hold of a city, infantry is what's going to matter in the game, not cavalry. And Sermon should have come already, man. That was not a...
No, look at Red Bull. Red Bull really did a nice cut off. You know, he cut Sermon off by positioning his army there, so that was fine.
and well, sir, I want to say Sermon can still make a lot of difference, because he is the Indian player with those extremely nice elephants.
His gold income is rocking as well, man.
Yep, that's Indians for you. Yeah, I think few that's why people say that Indians in Rise of Nations are too good, because first they get free elephant upgrades. Their eco is super easy to set up, and on top of that, their wealth income is like just unusually high always.
Yeah, that's
In
very
fact,
nice
being
combo.
being Indians, like Sermon could even just set up a small base in Cage's territory. He could make barracks and stable right there. HNZ, yes, it's a best of 5. I am counting on Sermon to go and save. He's got a kick-ass eco here, no doubt.
Red Bull got pushed back really bad, man. So.
Oh, Sermon's senator.
Oh, did
went
it
to
run
the wrong
into...
place. Went to the wrong place. Went to the wrong place. That's a nice unit combo. Archers and elephants. Archers will take care of heavy infantry, and elephant will take care of everything else that's available.
What's amazing is that Linky already started repairing Tikal, so
Oh,
look
yeah.
at that. It's already
And
700 HP.
Cage did suffer a lot after that attack, man. He in fact, Linky's even putting down a castle there.
Oof, that's a checkmate, you might say.
Yep. Now
It's like,
the
you're not getting this back.
only way Thurman is winning this is if he, I don't know, man. He needs to do something unusual. Probably take somebody's capital. On the other side, well, for Cage, it's all about surviving. Linky is aging. With age comes those super powerful bombard cannons that can kill everything in every building in sight.
To be honest, if you ask me, I might see it happen that in the future Sermon will become so powerful that he can push back everybody, man.
Yeah,
if you look at his economy, look at his gold income, he's gonna be gunpowder age very soon.
you're right.
And having elephants and having the eco to support elephant production, he can get an army that's worth a lot on the battlefield.
Definitely. And I think this the only reason these guys have not resigned is because Sermon is Indians, and those elephants can make a lot of difference on the battlefield.
Yeah. But like, the problem for Sermon is, yeah, who does he focus on now? Because continuing to support Cage is becoming harder and harder. Tikal is now castle, so you know he has to kind of go around it. It's an annoying situation for him.
Oh yeah. And Linky is just having fun right now. He's spamming sieges here. The castle is complete at Tikal, so Linky is completely out of danger. I don't see sieges from Sermon. He's just building a factory, so may not make it in time. Wait, what happened to Sermon's wood income?
I have actually no idea.
You can see Linky is not even paying attention there. He knows that castle has got it covered.
Yeah. I feel like Red Bull can improve his game a little bit. I mean, not that he played bad, but right now I think he should be really cautious and make sure that he, doesn't stay too passive, because I feel like he has been quite passive so far.
That's right. He is, and he is behind Sermon in every aspect possible. He doesn't have as good an eco. He doesn't have as good an army. If Cage was holding on his own at this time, I think Sermon would aim for Enlightenment Age and kill.
Look at that, man. Look at that movement by Linky. I like that how aggressive he is. That castle that's being built, he's not gonna wait for it to get complete.
He doesn't know about the castle, but now he does.
But still, he didn't wait too long there. And yeah, he will definitely deny that.
If that castle is completed, that would, but no, it won't be completed.
The cannons are in danger. The Turkish cannons are in danger.
Oh, nice rotation by Sermon. Really nice rotation, in fact. Let's see what's Red Bull doing here. Red Bull is coming right now, but he is too.
Wow.
He's far away.
To be seen, really.
And that's a lot. And the thing is, this Linky's army has no heavy infantry. Without heavy infantry, he cannot kill those elephants. The only other unit that can kill elephants is heavy cavalry. Linky doesn't have a lot of those either.
Man, those sometimes I forget how fucked up elephants are.
Yep. And Red Bull is here now. So, and Linky has also got the best armor upgrade.
Well, actually, Linky made it out on his own. Even he
did.
I don't know.
Man. Linky played
he has
really
a lot of heavy knights he had, so that saved him. I didn't see him there.
His eco is amazing. Linky is almost maxing out 200 right now.
He got a boost just recently. Yeah, I think he was working on it.
Yeah.
Meanwhile.
Hey Princess in the chat. Yeah, HNZ says AS is going to make a comeback next game. Man, I am very much looking forward to that. Well, to be honest, Cage lost both games, but also Cage had the worst nation among him and his enemy, so that's all right. Sermon did pretty well with his boom, but it not looking like. Yeah, I don't see a lot of hope here.
Yeah, that castle isn't even that effective on my.
And Sermon's raid. Sermon is raiding nice here. Yeah, and you can see Red Bull's eco is not at all good at this point. I thought Sermon would focus fire on that caravan, but instead he is fighting with that dragoon.
Yeah, I'd say Red Bull is falling apart slowly. Very nicely played by Sermon. Those raids and all the other stuff. It's really putting a lot of pressure on Red Bull.
Red Bull's here. By the way, I see that just moved his capital. Cage just moved his capital. Great move here. So, Red Bull is here for raids, but he is going to run into this castle, and that's a bad place for raid. Like, that's the worst way to find out that there is a castle there after you lose one of your dragoons. He still made it in time. Now he is going to do a lot of damage. These dragoons can take out villagers in just 2 hits. I just saw that Sermon almost captured that city.
Yeah, he did.
So Sermon is doing pretty good here, man. It's not going
really,
to be easy
because Red Bull's main army, remember, was with Linky. So actually, I think in this case, Red Bull did a good job defending.
Okay, that's also true. That's also true. And so one thing that I would definitely want to point out in this game is that Sermon had a lot of resources in his inventory last game, and for that he only had 2 stables, and let me check. He had 2 barracks, but he could have made another barrack at the front and another stable at the front. I feel Sermon was in a good position, but even though it doesn't matter, I mean, that would not be the reason why these guys lost. They lost when Linky was too powerful here. But if
You know,
in case Cage was alive and Cage was doing well, then this could be a limiting position for Sermon. He should have made more stables and barracks. He was easily overpowering Red Bull here. And Red Bull in the chat, hey Red Bull,
hey man.
you don't get to say that you were sleepy. And you're right, Red Bull's army was actually here.
Yeah. Yeah, Lubo, what's this, man? What are you doing, bro?
What are you doing, man?
Nah, you played fine, man. Everybody played fine. Every game is different, you know. Actually, I wanted to say something kind of interesting, I guess. It's kind of funny, like, Turks is the perfect counter to Maya.
Mm-hmm.
Because to Turks, Maya is nothing, you know.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter for the Turkish player, really. If it's Maya or if it's German. Those cannons rip through anything.
And Linky easily has the highest skills. Linky had the highest skills last game as well. He's on fire, man. And on the other side, Sermon had the higher number of kills on his team. Also, second highest kills for Sermon. So one big turning point in this game was when Cage failed to ask for help. That's the exact thing that happened here. Cage should have asked for help from Sermon before he lost the city. Because once the Turks gain a city, or any nation when they capture a city, they get that capture bonus, which will allow them to make more units. So after that, it becomes more difficult to take back your city.
Yes.
All right, that's our second game. It's a best of 5, so if PLA5 wins again, that means PLA5 have won the best of 5 with a 3-0. If AS has to win this series, they have to win every other game from now on. So let's see how they do. Just give us 1 minute, guys.
It's gonna be exciting match this one.
Yeah.
I think.
Oh, I forgot to change that. Wait, let me open the next replay. Hey Boo, there's no stream complete without Boo joining the stream.
Baby Boo, what it do?
That was bad. We are here with the third game. Let's continue. Red Bull has got Inca and Bantu. Needless to say, Inca is one of the best nations in the game. Bantu, the only thing I like about Bantu is their fast infantry, and I feel without raids, Bantu are no good. If you're a Bantu player, you have to raid a lot in order to make the best out of them.
It's kind of funny. Being Bantu, you almost have to damage your opponent hard enough in the beginning just to kind of be on the same footing, you know?
Actually, that's not required. You don't have to raid early, but the good thing about Bantu is that you can it's just like Iroquois, because their infantry run faster. You can run away after doing some damage. You don't have to lose your units. That's a good thing.
It's just very convenient doing that.
Yeah, that's right.
It's easy to do.
Now this time it's Cage's turn to show some. It's Cage's revenge. He's got Turks against Linky's Bantu. On the other side, Sermon has got Aztecs. Well,
I'm so excited to see him do this play, man.
I want to see Sermon booming with Aztecs against Inca. That would be epic. And you know what?
That wouldn't work out.
I would not. I am actually expecting Sermon to run into this half-completed city. Will he run into the city? Please do.
There's a possibility. 50-50, man.
Oh no, that's the wrong way. He could have denied the city, and that would be it. That would be the game over for the Inca player. Inca is already super slow in the beginning, and if they lose their city is delayed, that's it, man.
Yeah. Red Bull isn't suspecting anything though yet. He's just doing his thing. He's just going calm one, building his market. So it's gonna be a surprise.
Oh yeah.
Surprise.
And check this out. Linky is going for a barracks right after second. Oh, he got third city. Oh no. He's Bantu, of course. I thought he's the he's the third player. Anyway, he's going for barracks, really good. And if he can do enough damage, then Cage is going to be set back throughout the game.
Look at Cage's, the way his territory is. It's pretty exposed, man. Look at that woodcutter's camp on the first city.
Mm-hmm.
In my opinion, it's pretty exposed. One archer can pretty much
just deny the
everything.
whole woodcutter camp. One archer in the right position.
And also kind of that sideways motion, that sideways position of Cage is a little bit annoying, but yeah, it's gonna be fine.
On the other side, it looks like Sermon he has made a dent in Cage's eco, because in Red Bull's eco, because Red Bull has to build a barracks, and for Inca to build a barracks, that's a lot of resources for them, since they don't get any special powers in Age 1.
Yeah, and Sermon is really doing the pressure,
and Sermon is getting just the right units for this raid. He's getting these light infantry, which can only be stopped by the villagers.
Yeah, and if Red Bull were to go for heavy infantry against those, then Sermon can either just run away, but
and Sermon is continuously producing units, man. Look at that. This is a really nice game 3 for him. On the other side, raids from Linky. Linky is running around in Cage's territory with those heavy infantry and the light infantry. Luckily, Cage has archers. I hope he takes out at least one of Linky's unit and doesn't let him run away. On the other side, still nice raids. 2 light infantry here will probably take out 1 villager.
Yeah, I wouldn't love to be Red Bull right now.
Yeah, Red Bull is just waiting to 8 so that he can show Linky what he's made of.
Show Sermon.
Sermon, and I don't know why I'm getting confused with the names.
It's alright. But if you look at
2
Cage's
units.
eco, it's quite F upped as well.
Yeah,
40 plus 70.
Yep, Cage. Yeah, Cage. And did he
And
lose
also,
units? No, he has got a lot of villagers not doing anything.
he
Link-
did lose a couple wills.
Oh man, Linky aged. This is completely opposite of what happened last game against when Cage was 1-2.
I think this time Bantu is faring better, huh?
Yeah, this time
what's your
Bantu
point?
is doing really
Yeah.
good. Because the Bantu player this time he got a better start, and he also successfully raided Cage. Like last time when Cage was Bantu, he wasn't able to raid as successfully. And I think this hoplite will go down near the papyrus. I hope. Yeah, it will go down for sure. Nice, that's a win, at least a single win for Linky. Linky came with 4 units. He's going back with. Let's see, how many units is he going back with? He's going back with 2 units.
1 garrison.
And amazing, Sermon is also raiding here, although he will lose off all of his units,
Yeah,
so that sucks.
Not that effective, and also Linky saw that coming from miles. He just evacuated his first merchant before anything could happen. So yeah, it's fine.
And now, actually, Sermon is in a great position. Check out his eco versus Red Bull. He's in a better position, but that's the problem against Inca. Linka. You can
you're mixing the names and the nations.
Nation and the names. Now this is my.
That's advanced, man.
My disease is progressing now.
Your disease is progressing, stage 5 tumor. No, okay. It's not really funny. But I mean, yeah, the Inca guy, he can recover so fast anyway with that gold, and he has silk. So you know, I always say silk and cotton. I always confuse those, so it's fine. But yeah, having silk, he can just go come to and use his gold to trade, you know. So
yeah, that's right. In fact, he is going for military too. I'm assuming that he will try to spam a lot of units at this point. Now Sermon is still sending a light infantry, but the thing is, light infantries they don't do good after H1.
Yeah,
because literally every unit kills those light infantry after that. Especially cavalries are too good against those. So here, Sermon building a senate and a university. This government will decide everything. If Sermon goes for republic with Aztecs, that could be really bad.
I would see him do that.
No, I think he is going for despotism, saving gold. At least that looks like it.
True that.
And he's got some
nice raiding party.
Yeah, he's got a nice raiding party here. And what's Red Bull doing? Red Bull is trying to save his gems here. He's sending the cataphract to raid. This bison here is all open, ready to be taken.
Sermon has really a lot of units. He can do some damage, and since Red Bull is a bit slower because of that setback in the ancient age, this is the perfect play for Sermon.
Oh, there's a cataphract that's going to run into these units. But no.
But that's actually good. Now he found out.
Yeah, he found out.
He's gonna tell everybody.
So Red Bull's gonna tell that cataphract is gonna tell everybody that there's a raiding party coming. Let's see. I feel that Sermon has just the right unit composition here to take care of anything, but it just matters. It's just a matter about micro. Oh no! Don't tell me, Sermon, you're not going to kill a single unit. That sucks.
How did it happen?
That sucks. No, I thought he would use his light horse to go for the bowman.
Yeah,
or maybe he was just afraid that there could be a lot of units. He did not know that there's just as many units as he can see.
And
that cataphract that told people about the raiding party is still alive.
He's a hero, man.
Yeah,
he should get an award. Also, you see that Red Bull right now, score-wise, he's ahead, and I mean, yeah, this is the power of Inca. You can just turn around you can turn 180 degrees from loss to win.
Oh, and check this out. Sermon is coming to help Cage. Let's see if these guys know about it. Actually, Red Bull is coming here as well. So this is going to be a 2-on-2 battle here. Linky is coming with a ambush. He's coming with an ambush.
Oh wow, Linky is not prepared at all. Wow.
Actually, he does have.
He has an army.
He does have units. He does have units, but I would say a 50-50 chance for anybody to take this game. It's just that Red Bull is reaching here faster than.
Well,
oh wait, Sermon never came. I thought Sermon was going to come here.
Cage told him to get the fuck off my lawn.
That's that could really cost these guys the game, because Red Bull is just waiting for. Oh shit, that's not good. That's not looking good. If they get doubled right now. Cage did see the Red Bull's army. He's still. Oh no! Time to put those siege back. No, Cage, you cannot.
It's time to,
in fact, screw the siege.
Why are you still here, dude?
No, screw the siege, man. You are Turks. You can make more sieges. Just run away. That was bad. That was really bad.
I would have gotten my ass out of there. Since if I see even one unit green, I'm getting out of there.
Yeah, and Sir Cage, dude. Yeah, you should. Of course, you should have let Sermon come. Why would you ask Sermon not to come? He's Aztecs. He would. In fact, he would benefit from this a lot, since he would get free plunder out of those units.
By the way, dude, for some context, I was following the chat, the team chat there, so they do actually communicate in chat for the AS guys. Sermon told Cage that I won't win in a 1v1 here. So Sermon kind of feels like that he's losing his side. That's why he wanted
I
to
think against Inca, every nation loses. There is no nation that can win against Inca. You have to do something sketchy to win against Inca.
Look at that. Sermon did snipe gems there, but yeah, he doesn't have enough force to stay here. He has to get out of there.
That's right. And Linky is just going to mass army right now, and that's what you are supposed to do against Turks. Do not let them have the upper hand. Linky has got good number of units here. He is making a siege factory of himself. On this side,
he has a good chance, man.
Yeah, and Cage is building a castle in a very weird place, but still, that's all right. Cage will lose that Papyrus anyway. I mean, even right now, it's not too late for Sermon to come and help double Linky.
It's slightly funny. Look at the caravans of Cage in the corner, the left corner, upper left corner. Cage.
Oh my.
Yeah, it happens, but he killed them because
that really sucks. Now Red Bull has a poor army composition here. He's got only heavy cavalries and archers. This army composition should not be winning this, but looks like it's winning this. It looks like it's winning this.
You know what happened here? What went well for Red Bull is that he kept the cavalry away with his own cavalry. So
yeah,
that's saved him. Even though still,
Sermon should have directly hit his archers, and in fact he could just shoot one arrow to the despot, and that would give him 100 wealth here.
Yeah, and also in the end, Sermon did lose the engagement. He lost more.
He lost a lot more units. That's right. And Red Bull doing pretty good here on this side. Linky, in fact, also doing pretty good on this side. I don't. Wait, why did Cage? Do you know why Cage deleted that?
I didn't see, man. I didn't see. I did not see that.
Okay, so that castle is not going to be very helpful. In fact, even delete it right now if possible, because a Cage could use that metal for making more units at this point. This castle is not going to protect the city of Antioch.
Well, is it worth getting it anyway for the armor?
In the long term, it's good, but this is a immediate threat right now. Linky is making a lot of units here. Linky
Yeah.
has got double barracks.
And Linky, how can you? Okay, he did micro that unit away. Nice. Man, Sermon is just going for cheeky raids, which so far haven't been super effective.
Yeah, he is ambushed, but Red Bull has a lookout.
He's gonna spot. So yeah, he's gonna spot that. It's very. He did spot that. Yep. So now potentially Sermon
And
can
Sermon
even
is
lose
just running
more.
away now. So that was
Yeah,
a waste
good
of.
call actually.
Yeah, that was a waste. And it hurts a lot against Inca. And look at that wealth income, 191. It
And look at
hurts.
the army by Red Bull. I think Red Bull has the biggest, well,
That's a huge army.
almost the biggest army right now, together with Linky.
Mm-hmm.
So it looks very good for PLA, really. In the I want to compare the libraries for a sec. Cage is getting ready for Gunpowder Age, but yeah, we see Linky isn't at all as close to Gunpowder as is Cage. So this
Well,
might
Cage
potentially.
does not. I think Cage is finding this papyrus and the military discount useful for him to age, because he's got half the knowledge income of Linky, but he's still ahead because of those discounts. No, he'll need a lot of time to age, man. That's with the 40 knowledge income, at least 3 or 4 more minutes before he has enough units. He still does not have. Oh man, that's a terrible unit count. Linky will outproduce the units.
Yeah, and also sorry guys. Actually, I think Cage and Linky will. Actually, Linky is ahead slightly.
Yeah, Cage had the best time when he was attacking the city of Lubusi, and he should have let Sermon come here.
I think it really did set him back, because Cage really counted on his little. I don't know what it was, but
Yeah, I think Cage wanted to take on Linky alone because Linky has been beating him all these games, but he did not realize that Red Bull would come here.
get a
Which was
massive
which?
raid by Red Bull.
Oh man, that's a great raid by Red Bull.
It denies any economy in this city.
Yeah, and ooh, at this point, Sermon needs to spam cavalry, both light and heavy.
Red Bull has been ready for Gunpowder for a while actually. He just needs to manage his food slightly better, and he can.
Oh, this
Click up
Bison merchant is probably
anytime he
going to die
wants.
as well.
Look at
Oh, nice. So that castle finally came in use.
well, that was my only thought as well. Like that castle is nice for protecting that route there, because that's a very weak link. So that's fine. But
Oh man, what a great use of the Inca cold here. All those heavy cavalry. Heavy cavalry are the strongest units in the game, and Red Bull is just continuously making those.
nothing can really stop him.
Mm-hmm.
Towers, city fire, it's all fine because he has a lot of volume.
Oh yeah.
I think it's time he can start evacuating.
And those heavy cavalry are tanks. They can take on.
They can take a hit, yeah.
Yeah, they can easily tank the city fire.
So let's see. Actually, Red Bull is now getting a castle, so he's gonna get his armor and all that. I expect him to at least maybe start sieging Gunpowder Age and kill Enlightenment, something like that.
But yeah,
Very
don't forget. Oh man, yeah, he aged. I just realized Sermon is nowhere near aging. He also lost his I think he lost his merchant at Papyrus. This does not look good for him at all. He needs to make another caravan. He also has one caravan inside. That's why Inca and Turks, there are two nations that you need to kill as soon as possible. They become a super nuisance late game.
Linky is ready, man. Linky is ready. He had those catapults ready already. Oh, but Cage is ready as well. Oh no! Oh no!
Wait.
He almost lost all his
Cannons?
his bombards were going in front for Linky, totally not protected, and Cage was there at the same time. So lucky that he only lost one. I thought he was gonna lose all of them.
Oh yeah.
That's lucky for Linky.
A very cool strategy at this time would be that Cage goes and takes his capital from behind, because that's what Turks can do.
Yeah, that is true. That is what they can do, and the cap isn't protected or anything. There's no watchtower.
And
Hypothetically correct.
Really nice use of check this out. Really nice use of cannons by Cage. He is using his cannons to kill Linky's cannons.
He better.
And at this point, Red Bull is still raiding. I don't know why he's not attacking it. What's the point of raiding Aztecs?
I don't know, man. Well, at least he's.
Oh my god, when did Sermon get Hanging Gardens? And the bigger question is, why did Sermon get Hanging Gardens?
I think Sherman got something into his head and he confused the playstyle he wanted to pick.
And this heavy knight here has killed a lot of units.
This is big, yeah. Those two heavy knights there on that woodcutter's camp, beautiful. At the same time, Linky, he's really.
Linky has to make a really bold move here. Again, Cage's army should be closer to the city than it is right now. Oh man, no, and Linky gets a 375 food for capturing the city. Cage has not researched militia, so that's not going to happen. Cage is not utilizing his spies yet. Oh man, Cage just called GG on this side. Let's see if Sermon has got some response for that.
I don't think so. Red Bull is playing fine.
Yeah, Red Bull is playing just fine here. Look at, oh man, that's why Inca is just a hack. You let them grow, and they're too good to be.
And it's exponential growth as well.
Yeah, Red Bull could be going for Enlightenment Age. Actually, he should go for Enlightenment Age.
Well, he is. He's getting his science level 5, level 4. I mean, and then the Enlightenment Age will be unlocked.
Yeah.
And he only needs like 200 more knowledge to actually be able to click up. So very quick Enlightenment Age for him. Yeah, Linky is solid. His army is huge. He has a decent amount of cannons. He's solid. Cage is done for. So
yeah, again, as I said, that 2v1 near the city of Lubisi, that was a turning point for Cage. So what's Cage trying? In fact, Cage can still pull off something really sneaky. Turks. He can just take 4 sieges and some militia, take that city. That city of Kapeni, Linky's capital, is all exposed.
Well, I don't think the morale is there for AS anymore. That's fine though. I mean.
Yeah, because Sermon is trying to survive here. He doesn't know that Red Bull is aging.
Red Bull played so chill this game. Like he wasn't really pushing any agenda. I mean, the raids were nice, but I don't know how to explain it. But Red Bull, in my opinion, he kind of played it very chill.
Oh yeah.
Do you feel me somehow?
Yeah. And so the game has stopped for me. It says Sermon resigned, but I don't see Cage resign anyway. I think the game must have gone out of sync or something.
Same for me. The game is.
Oh man, that was a 3-0. Nice play. One thing that was 100% lacking in the AS team was teamwork, and we saw great teamwork by the PLA team.
Well, I think they both just individually are so great.
Yeah.
Not that I want to take anything away from Sermon and Cage, but like Linky and Red Bull, I think they even intuitively know that you have to pressure.
That's
you know,
right,
and all
that's
that.
right. Because
Like,
these
they don't
guys
really
always
have to
had
talk about
a
it.
similar thing going on in their mind. If Red Bull was going aggressive, Linky would also go aggressive. And in fact,
Yeah.
all these games, I assume that every game, both Red Bull and Linky were despot. Am I
Were
right?
they?
Yeah, I think all games they were
I think
despot.
so.
So they were despot lets you be like they can quickly transition into a rush, a raid, or even go and rotate to help your partner. So
And look at VAC in the chat. He's saying, "Bro, this game has tournaments." Lol. Yep, it has tournaments, mate.
yeah, man.
We're
It's
alive and kicking.
so
Yeah.
checking out the unit skill again. Linky has the record for the highest number of kills in this whole best of 3. Every game he has had the more
10.
kills, and that tells you about Linky's like decision making ability. He only takes those fights which he knows he can win, and he always makes enough units to make sure that he wins the fights.
In my opinion, possibly Sermon not coming to 8 Cage maybe was a very big mistake, or rather Red Bull coming to 8 Linky was a very good thing for
Yeah.
PLA. Because Cage had... I mean, I think Linky probably would have defended because he looked good as well, but Cage was starting to have some momentum, and the Turkish player with momentum, you don't want that. So it was nice that PLA killed that momentum for Cage as a team.
That's right, man. These guys, they attacked at just the right time, and so next they are in semi-final. By the way, that means, you know what that means.
What does that mean? Remind me.
So if they are in semi-final, that means these guys will be facing either you or EL2 in the semi-final.
Man, it's gonna be exciting.
It will be, man. I am just quickly going to update the score so everybody can see. Meanwhile, guys, everybody in the chat, thanks for coming here. We really love your support.
Yeah, for real. Yeah, no, it was a good watch. The polls were right, you might say.
Yeah, like, eventually the polls were right. Yeah. And because 80% versus 20%, PLA did take it easily. I think there were points in the game where AS did feel like the AS might win, but those were few.
And I will let's just be honest, I won't be bullshitting. Like, I love Cage, but he kind of, he didn't really do his thing.
It was all about teamwork, and as Kate said that he slept for 3 hours to play this game. So next time, make sure you get enough sleep.
Not an excuse. It's not an excuse, you know. You can't say that. But yeah, good watch. So
okay,
thanks for the players.
So we got PLA5 in the semi-final now. EL1 and LET1 are also in semi-final. The only game for quarterfinal that's remaining is EL2 versus T-King. So Prolaze, when are you playing your game?
Yeah, we had some problems. Like, I really want to get over with as well, but we had some planning problems. But like, what day is it? Like Friday. This weekend should be 100%, or else we'll have to take other measures.
Okay then. So this week, if we have the semi-final, quarterfinal finished, then next week we can have all semi-finals, and later week we
starting to get heated, man.
Yeah,
starting to get.
This is getting excited. Even though I was expecting this game to end with a 2-3, but these games are still close.
Me too. I thought also it's possible 2-3. We see all the 5 games, but. Man, time flies. I remember like just a day ago, we were talking like, once Super 16 begins, it's gonna be crazy, and now we're already quarterfinals. That's great.
Just since we are here, I want to ask Red Bull or Linky if these guys would like to come for a post-game interview. If you guys are here, any of you wants to come for a quick 2-minute interview, we'll wait for another 3 minutes. And for everybody else, thanks for watching. I'll leave the stream for another 30 minutes so that nobody gets to know by the length of the stream who won. And Prolaze, any words from you? We might still come
Not
back if
really.
Red Bull or Linky is here for an interview.
Yeah.
But so wait for 5 minutes. If you don't hear from us, that's the end of the stream. See you guys.
Yeah. See you guys. Thanks for watching.
Hello everyone. We don't have a post-game interview for this one. Thank you all for joining. We'll see you later. Next stream is going to be between Peking and EL2, so watch out for that. See you all.
See you guys.
Hey, well, I know that it's hard to get you to believe me, but I just want you to know that if you're ever feeling down or depressed, and you just feel like everything's wrong with your life and you want it to stop, just know that there are people there for you, whether you're aware of it or not. It's a really hard time for you, but I promise you, it just takes time and a little bit of effort. I know you won't believe me at first, but you just have to have a little bit of faith and a little bit of hope. If you're listening to this, just know that I believe in you. You can do it.
pushing you away while I want you to stay. I'm lacing cold as ice, but my heart still beats. When I say no, it's yes. I'm putting you to the test. Can you handle me? Do you have the key? Sorry that I've been playing games. Do you really have what it takes? I guess so, I guess so. I guess so, I guess so. I am a queen, I need my king. Are you bad enough to sin? I think so, I think so. I think so, I think so. Okay, let me just be honest with you. I want you, want you, want you. And okay, I've been running circles all the time, but I want you, want you, want you. Late at night, I think of you. Your vision floods my mind. There isn't much I wouldn't do to be sure you're mine. No matter what you choose to do, no matter day or time, I only want to be with you. I will be there by your side. As time goes by with you. As time goes by with you.
promise you, it just takes time and a little bit of effort. I know you won't believe me at first, but you just have to have a little bit of faith and a little bit of hope. If you're listening to this, just know that I believe in you. You can do it.